What if everything you know about wealth is wrong? What if the secret to a rich life isn't about earning more, but about spending better? The answers might surprise you.
The Art of Spending Money Audiobook Summary. 8 Key Lessons from Morgan Housel.
Introduction. The Art of Spending Money by Morgan Housel is a guide to using wealth for happiness, focusing on money and values over accumulation. The book teaches readers to spend on independence, meaningful experiences, and personal fulfillment, not status or showing off. Key takeaways include treating money as a tool for buying freedom, distinguishing buying utility from buying status, and aligning spending with genuine goals for lasting happiness. This Art of Spending Money summary isn't about getting rich. It's a deep dive into the psychology of spending and how we can use money as a tool to design a life of meaning, purpose, and genuine happiness. One big idea. The simplest formula for a pretty nice life is independence plus purpose. Use money to buy freedom, not status. Who this book is for. High earners who still feel broke or unfulfilled. Diligent savers who are afraid to spend money on themselves. Anyone who feels trapped in the cycle of chasing more. Parents who want to teach their children a healthy relationship with money. About Morgan Housel. Morgan Housel is a partner at the Collaborative Fund and a former columnist at The Motley Fool and The Wall Street Journal. He is a 2-time winner of the Best in Business Award from the Society of American Business Editors and Writers and a winner of the New York Times Sydney Award. Housel is an expert in behavioral finance, and his writing explores the intersection of psychology, history, and finance to reveal the timeless truths about money and decision-making. Story Shot 1. Use money to buy control over your time. The highest dividend money will ever pay is the ability to control your time. It's the ultimate freedom to wake up and say, I can do whatever I want today. This isn't about affording fancy cars or lavish vacations, but about having the deep, soul-satisfying autonomy to choose your work, your schedule, and your purpose. Housel argues that this control is a far more reliable and potent driver of happiness than any luxury good. Think about it. The joy from a new watch fades, but the joy of an unhurried morning with your family or the ability to drop everything to help a friend is a gift that keeps on giving. When you use money to buy back your time by outsourcing tasks you dislike, taking a sabbatical to learn a new skill, or building enough wealth to retire early, you are purchasing the very foundation of a rich life. As Housel powerfully states in The Art of Spending Money, the simplest formula for a pretty nice life is independence plus purpose. It's about owning your calendar and therefore owning your life. Try this. Identify one recurring task you dislike. Calculate the cost to outsource it for a month. That's the price of buying back a piece of your life. Story Shot 2. Stop trying to impress others. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. This core tenet from The Art of Spending Money highlights a fundamental human folly. We often buy things not for their intrinsic utility, but for the perceived social status they'll bring. But Housel delivers a hard truth. No one is as impressed with your possessions as you are. They're too busy worrying about what you think of their possessions. This status game is a treadmill of anxiety. As The Art of Spending Money reveals an unwinnable race to the bottom of your bank account, the only way to win is to refuse to play. True wealth is invisible. It's the money you don't spend that gives you the real prize: options, flexibility, and freedom. It's the unspent money that allows you to weather a job loss, seize a sudden opportunity, or simply sleep well at night. What's one status-driven purchase you regret? Share your story in the comments below. Try this. Next time you're tempted by a status purchase, ask, am I buying this for me or for what I think others will think of me? Story Shot 3. Invest in lasting memories. If material goods don't bring lasting happiness, what does? Experiences. Housel champions the idea that a great memory is a dividend that pays you for the rest of your life. Unlike a new car which depreciates the moment you drive it off the lot, a cherished memory, a story you can retell, a feeling you can relive, only grows more valuable over time. It becomes a part of your identity. Housel argues that the best memories often don't cost much. It's the unhurried afternoon with friends, the weekend camping trip with your kids, or the slow morning with your partner, free from the rush of a commute. These are the investments that yield the highest returns in happiness, compounding their value every time you look back on them. The art of spending money encourages us to shift our financial focus from accumulating things to accumulating life. Try this. Plan and book an experience for next month that you've been putting off. It doesn't have to be expensive, just something you'll look back on fondly. Story shot 4. Embrace the paradox of enough. True happiness is when you stop asking what else you need to be happy. It's the profound moment you realize that the key to happiness is being content with what you have. In a world that constantly bombards us with messages of more money, more stuff, more status, the most powerful and rebellious thing you can do is to want less. Housel explains that when you expect nothing, everything feels like a gift. Contentment is a multiplier for joy. The less you take for granted, the more the world feels generous and abundant. This isn't about deprivation or asceticism. It's about liberation. It's freedom from the endless, exhausting cycle of desire that keeps so many people on a hamster wheel of work and consumption, never feeling like they've arrived. Try this. For 1 week, practice a gratitude audit. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for that you already have. Enjoying this summary? Get the full infographic, audiobook, and animated summary of this book and hundreds of other bestsellers on the StoryShots app. Download the StoryShots app to continue learning. StoryShot 5. Use the barbell strategy for financial security. How do you balance living for today with saving for tomorrow? Housel suggests a barbell strategy. This isn't about finding a mediocre middle ground, but about embracing extremes. On one end of the barbell, you have extreme safety, a well-funded emergency fund, a diversified portfolio of low-cost index funds, and a secure housing situation. This protects you from ruin and ensures your survival. On the other end, you have a small controlled allocation for fun and high-risk, high-reward bets. Like investing in a friend's startup, taking a speculative position in a new technology, or simply funding a passion project. This allows you to enjoy the present and potentially capture life-changing upside. This strategy provides a robust framework for securing your future while still living a joyful, exciting life today, a key theme in the art of spending money. Try this. Open a separate savings account labeled Fun Fund. Automate a small monthly transfer to this account for guilt-free spending. StoryShot 6. Understand your unique money psychology. Your personal experiences with money shape about 80% of how you think the world works, even though they represent a tiny fraction of what has happened in the world. This is a crucial insight from the art of spending money. There's no universal right or wrong way to spend, because no one has seen the world through your unique lens. Someone who grew up in poverty will view risk and security profoundly differently than the child of a wealthy banker. One might hoard cash, while the other might see risk as a casual sport. Neither is wrong. They are just products of their environment. Instead of judging others or blindly following financial gurus, seek to understand your own money story. What are the financial beliefs you inherited from your parents? How did your first job shape your view of earning? Are these deeply ingrained beliefs still serving you, or are they holding you back? Understanding your money psychology is central to applying the wisdom in the art of spending money. Try this. Write down your earliest money memory. How did it make you feel? How might it be influencing your financial decisions today? StoryShot 7. Build wealth quietly to avoid social debt. Flaunting wealth creates social debt, the hidden liability of envy, entitlement, and higher expectations from others. The more you show off, the more you invite judgment, pressure, and the risk of becoming a target. The smarter, more strategic move is to build wealth quietly. Stay under the radar. Focus on your own inner scorecard, your personal goals, your family's security, your own contentment, not the outer scorecard of public opinion. As Housel wisely says, the most valuable financial asset is not needing to impress anyone. This stealth wealth approach protects your peace of mind, which is the ultimate luxury. It allows you to make decisions based on your own values, not on the need to maintain a certain image. It's the difference between looking rich and actually being wealthy. Try this. For the next month, resist posting any purchases or status symbols on social media. Notice how it feels to enjoy your life without needing external validation. Story Shot 8. Teach your kids about freedom, not riches. When teaching kids about money, actions speak louder than words. The most important lesson you can impart, according to The Art of Spending Money, is the crucial difference between being rich, having a high income, often for show, and being wealthy, having freedom and options. Teach them that the goal isn't to have the most toys in the playground, but to have the most control over their time and their future. Show them the value of independence, the deep joy of contentment, and the incredible power of using money as a tool to build a life they genuinely love, not a life designed to impress others. This means modeling smart spending, discussing financial trade-offs openly, and celebrating saving for a goal as much as achieving it. Try this. Give your children an allowance and divide it into 3 jars: spend, save, and give. This teaches the fundamentals of budgeting, delayed gratification, and philanthropy. Mental models. Mental Model 1. The inner versus outer scorecard. Description. This model, borrowed from Warren Buffett, asks, are you living based on your own values, inner scorecard, or based on what others think of you, outer scorecard? Application beyond finance. In your career, are you chasing a prestigious title, outer scorecard, or pursuing work that you find genuinely meaningful, inner scorecard? Mental Model 2. The Barbell Strategy. Description. A strategy for managing risk by being hyper-conservative on one end, safety, and hyper-aggressive on the other, growth, with nothing in the middle. Application beyond finance. You can apply this to your career by having a stable job, safe end, while pursuing a passion project in your free time, risky end. Implementation Guide. Today, write down your definition of a rich life. What does it look like and feel like? Be specific. This week, conduct a spending audit. Review your last month's bank statements. For each purchase, ask, did this bring me lasting joy? Ongoing practice. Create a dream fund for a long-term goal that excites you and automate a monthly contribution. Final summary and review. The Art of Spending Money is a profound and deeply human book that will change your relationship with money. It's not a practical guide to budgeting, but a philosophical exploration of what it means to live a rich life. Housel's writing is clear, concise, and full of memorable stories. He reminds us that money is not the end goal, but a tool to achieve a life of independence, purpose, and contentment. While the book is light on step-by-step advice, it offers a timeless framework for using money to live a better, happier life. This summary of The Art of Spending Money has distilled the core wisdom into 8 key story shots. Chapter 1. Buy control over your time. The ultimate dividend money pays. 2. Stop trying to impress others. The status game is unwinnable. 3. Invest in lasting memories. Experiences yield the highest happiness returns. 4. Embrace the paradox of enough. Contentment is freedom. 5. Use the barbell strategy. Balance extreme safety with extreme risk. 6. Understand your money. Psychology, your past shapes your financial views. 7. Build wealth quietly. Avoid the social debt of flaunting wealth. 8. Teach kids about freedom, not riches. The goal is autonomy, not toys. Related book summaries on story shots. Summary of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Why do smart people make terrible financial decisions? Discover how Housel's 19 short stories about cognitive biases can help you build lasting wealth. Summary of Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. Are you saving too much for a future you might not have? Discover how Perkins' net worth curve can help you maximize life experiences without running out of money. Summary of Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. Is your job worth the life energy you trade for it? Discover how Robin's 9-step program can help you achieve financial independence. Follow the Story Shots podcast for more insights on behavioral finance and building true wealth. Download the free Story Shots app to access the complete framework for aligning your spending with your values. Get the audiobook of The Art of Spending Money for free using our affiliate link in the show notes or the Story Shots app to hear Morgan Housel's wisdom in his own voice. Which of these 8 story shots will you apply first to improve your relationship with money? Share your commitment in the comments below. Your journey could inspire our community. Shareable moments. True wealth isn't what you have. It's the gap between what you have and what you want. The most valuable financial asset is not needing to impress anyone. Being jealous of what others have is outsourcing your critical thinking to strangers. Frequently asked questions. What is the art of spending money about? The main idea is that spending money is a psychological art, not a mathematical science. True wealth isn't about what you have, but how you use it to gain independence, contentment, and control over your life. What are the key lessons from The Art of Spending Money? The key lessons are to use money to buy back your time, spend on experiences that create lasting memories, and stop caring about what others think of your spending. Who should read The Art of Spending Money? Anyone who feels that their bank account and their happiness are out of sync, from diligent savers afraid to spend to high earners who never feel like it's enough. Is The Art of Spending Money worth reading? Yes, The Art of Spending Money is highly recommended for anyone looking to improve their relationship with money and find more happiness and fulfillment in their financial life. It offers a refreshing perspective that goes beyond traditional budgeting and investing advice. How is The Art of Spending Money different from The Psychology of Money? The Psychology of Money focuses on the cognitive biases and behaviors that affect our financial decisions. The Art of Spending Money builds on that foundation by focusing on the practical application of those insights to achieve a richer life through intentional spending. What does Morgan Housel say about spending money? Morgan Housel says that the goal of spending money should be to maximize happiness and independence, not to impress others. He emphasizes using money as a tool to buy control over your time and create lasting memories. Where can I read The Art of Spending Money summary? You can read the complete summary of The Art of Spending Money right here on this page, or get the full infographic, audiobook, and animated summary on the Story Shots app. What are the best quotes from The Art of Spending Money? Some of the best quotes include, "The simplest formula for a pretty nice life is independence plus purpose." "Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money." And "The most valuable financial asset is not needing to impress anyone."